Assalamu alaikum students. This is lecture number 2 of economics. Production possibility curves is the same topic being continued, presented by Ms. Rabia Munir. Production possibility curves for an economy. Now let's learn how these production possibility curves are important for the economy and what do they show or indicate for the economy. The maximum output of an economy is known as the GDP, and if the country increases its resources like labor, raw material and other resources, machinery, then the country can increase its GDP. And in the further chapters we will learn that when the GDP increases, this phenomenon in an economy is known as economic growth. So the production possibility curves give us or show us how we can increase the GDP of the country and how can we grow our economy. So people and firms produce, exchange and consume goods and services in an economy. An economy is therefore any area in which the economic activities of production, exchange and consumption is taking place. Means an economy will consist of producers, sellers, retailers, wholesalers and then consumers, as we have learnt in the agents of economy are these three. And then the role of the government as a regulator and as a producer, which we have studied earlier. The efficient reallocation of resources in an economy can be seen in a production possibility curves, and we can make out how much amount of any two types of goods the economy can produce with its available resources. Production possibility curves for an economy, and a very important concept in PPC is the movement along the production possibility curve. That is, any points that are on the PPC, we can move from one point to another point. Let's take this example of an PPC of an economy where consumer goods and capital goods output combinations are being given. At point A, we can see that there are 200 units being produced of consumer goods and 300 units of capital goods. But if we move from point A to point B, we can see that 160 units of consumer goods are being produced. That means we are foregoing 40 units of consumer goods and we are gaining 100 units of capital goods. So a PPC of an economy shows the maximum possible combinations of consumer and capital goods that can be produced with the limited resources. And the movement along the PPC requires reallocation of resources from the production of one type of good to the other. To do this, the factors of production must be mobile. That means when the government is considering to reduce the production of consumer goods and increase the production of capital goods, they have to move along this PPC from point A to point B and forego 40 of consumer goods, because we can see that from 200 it's falling to 160. Again, if we look at these points, we have studied about unattainable and inefficient use of resources. Now, how do these concepts apply on the production possibility of an economy? In the same way, if we look at the graph and at point D and E, we can see that these two output combinations of the economy are unattainable because the existing resources and technologies limit the economy to grow outwards. Okay? And if we look at point A, there is a combination where which is below the PPC, and we can see that here the maximum output is not being achieved. That means certain resources are being misallocated or inefficiently being used because the point A does not lie on the PPC. Shift in production possibility curves. Now we are going to learn how economic growth can be achieved by an economy. Using the PPC, we can depict the economic growth or exhibit the economic growth when we increase consumer goods and capital goods at all levels of output. Means we can see that we are increasing consumer goods also and capital goods also. That is why the curve has shifted output. And how is this possible? Economic growth is only possible when the quality and quantity of resources that are factors of production available to the economy is increased. Now, there are certain reasons when this curve will shift outwards. How? Number one, increase in the amount of resources. More labor from another country is brought in. New land resources are found, like oil reserves are found. Obviously, the GDP will increase and there will be economic growth in the economy. Technological advances. The country is buying new machinery, new equipment to increase the production. So, the production possibilities will be increased. New equipment or machinery, some new technology, all these lead to the curve of the PPC to shift output, and that depicts economic growth. Okay, so the next concept is shift in a production possibility curve, but the shift is inwards. And this is due to the reduction in the quality or quantity of resources that are available to an economy. And this will lead to a negative growth, economic growth. That is, when is well, what are the reasons that the curve shifts inward? Non-renewable resources are depleting. That means we are using up very quickly and they are not being restored or renewed. The supply of labor falls. The capital equipment wears out, or the economy has aging or decaying infrastructure. Okay, so the assignment for this topic PPC will be activity 1.9 on page 30, which will be uploaded in Google Classrooms, and you have to submit it over there. Question 1 you have to do. Thank you. For any queries, you can always write to me, or when we meet on Google Meet, we can discuss our queries over there. Thank you.